You too, buddy. Yo, good morning everybody. I'm doing another race today. It's like 7 a.m. on my way to Glen, Helen. Not for an SRA, but I'm joining the Over the Hill gang so that I can get points all next season. What's exciting about Over the Hill gang is they do gate starts. Quite a lot of people have been recommending that I join them, do those races, because I mean I've been doing the SRAs for quite a while, but it's full-on GP style, right? It's long format. The Over the Hill gang straight 20-minute motos on Moto cross track, so you know I gotta work on my jumping game, and I think this is a great way to do that, to just kind of force myself to race through jump tracks, you know. So I'm signing up for beginner because that's all I've ever done. I guess that's what we'll find out, is will I end up in beginner class or will I end up in the novice class? I guess their novice class is really big and then their beginner class is like really small. So part of me wants to be in the beginner class, but then the majority of me would like to be in the novice class because more people, more on the starting line, more fun, more battles. And for me, that's my favorite part about racing is battling with guys that are you know, similar in skill than you. So yeah, we're gonna be gate dropping on the main track at Glen Helen, which is kind of gnarly. SRA races always start like midway up that straightaway, and that's a long straightaway going into that turn. So first time on a gate drop, main track, Glen Helen. Let's go have some fun. Let's go race some dirt bikes. On the way in, the guy was laughing. He's like, "You guys have the same bike, same number." Yeah. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, the format's all weird. I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy Mike that knows the format. Yeah. Because Patrick just came back and he's like, "Oh, the practice schedule is totally different than the race schedule," and so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So where do I go to get the schedule? Just back over to where I checked in?
Go back over there. If there's nothing posted downstairs, walk up the stairs and ask them.
All right, cool. Such a kook. I almost forgot the fucking transponder. Oh my god. Patrick's racing novice class. I'm racing beginner. I think he's definitely gonna get bumped up. That's my guess. For me, I don't know, we'll see. But there's only like 3 or 4 people in beginner class, which is really not that fun for racing. Versus novice class has this whole line, which as long as I can keep up would be a hell of a lot more fun. Patrick's on this line right now, so I'm gonna go and try and get a good angle of the start for him, and then I'll be like 40 minutes behind him. Good luck, dude. Have fun. That's the guy right there.
Okay, hello.
How was it?
I need to work on my starts.
Yeah, a little bit.
Then my life is way easier.
Well, you weren't last.
I think I need my 450 to battle with these guys. But it's fun to find out. Makes so much fun this bike.
Yeah. Just doing time trials by myself.
I knew it wasn't your class, but I needed you to know it's not your class.
Yeah, that was not. I mean, it was fun because I got to rip fucking main track in like killer conditions.
Right.
I got to practice the main track in killer conditions.
Right.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
I stalled it off the fucking off of the gate start, dude. He dropped it like really fast.
Yeah.
Like once he came in, and boom, it dropped, and I was like, oh shit! And I was in second gear, and like just stalled it like an idiot, dude. And then I just picked up and smoked everybody. Yeah.
Way overqualified from last season.
So you gotta talk to the race instructor, which is you, Scott Harwick.
He's right over here, right?
Good luck, man. You too, buddy. Have fun, man. That's more like it, dude. That was so fun.
That was cool.
Not gonna lie, it's nice to only race for that long and not 50 minutes.
And you got like fifth place. Fifth place.
I wish I had that. I wish I got to do that the first round.
And I ran into the gate.
Did you really?
Oh
my God.
From behind.
And then you took the inside. Oh my God, dude. All right, let's go. All right, well, that was our first race doing the Over the Hill Gang. Figured we should probably sit down and just give a quick little synopsis, comparison. I mean, all we've been doing is the SRAs for a long time, and this is my first time doing any other club outside of that. So I think we hit a couple topics that were worth chatting about. Patrick, tell me about your gate start experience.
So I have a little bit of a gate start experience, and but today I look like a complete beginner. So first gate start was okay, but then the second one I like ran into the gate. I thought it like falls down.
Oh yeah.
Ran into the gate a little bit, but then but it was cool. So I'm pretty happy. I just fight it through the pack. It's more fun anyway, so it was cool.
So yeah, definitely a plus on the gate start versus SRAs. We just all kind of take off in a line. I, on the other hand, had probably the most horrific gate start that you could do. I just stalled right off the first one. That was my first time starting off a gate, and it's really intimidating. Like I'll show the picture of like the main track. It's a huge straightaway. It's like fairly intimidating of a gate start, main track at Glen Helen. Lucky for me, I've raced here a ton, so I'm like really comfortable with the track. But yeah, my first experience was really weird. The guy walked in and like immediately dropped the gate, and I like was in second gear and just went and stalled, and yeah, Patrick got a good clip of it, so it's okay. Ideally that should only be a one-time mistake, and then so on the second race I redeemed myself a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely different doing a gate start versus SRA, where everyone just jumps the flag. like the flag isn't even raised and everyone's already on the gas. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This is good with the gate start.
It's good with the gate start. Yeah, it gives a good level playing field. So the next one, we have 4 topics here. That was the first one, and then the second one is track conditions. Dope.
So today was probably the best Glen Helen I ever.
That's
had.
easily.
It was
Easily.
crazy, like so many cool like inside lines, inside berms.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Yeah.
Perfectly groomed, perfectly watered. The last SRA was overwatered, and we had that early race, and this was like perfectly watered, which is just luck of the draw, you know. Yeah, that was the best conditions for the main track that I've ever been on. Although, kind of unfair to say, because the only time I've ever practiced on the main track is on Thursday afternoons at like 2 o'clock, and it is just obliterated. Like, that is the gnarliest way that you could possibly practice on a track. So really just a treat. It was a treat to ride the main track, like all groomed up. Berms were super soft all day, the whole day. The berms were super soft.
Super nice lines, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, score on track conditions for sure. Number 3 is staff, like over the hill gang themselves. So again, 10 out of 10. Chris is the guy that we talked to. Chris Gumbo, is it?
I guess so. I only know him from Chris. Yeah, we talked to him on the SRAs, and he's like, "Oh, you guys should check out Over the Hill Gang," and it was just cool. And he's such a cool dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Staff was super awesome. They let me bump up from beginner to novice. We'll talk about the differences between this and the SRA, I say, for the last topic here. But my first round lap in beginner class, there was just no competition. I didn't get to battle anybody. So I was like, hey, can I bump up to novice so I could at least, you know, bump some bars with somebody? And they, you know, were super cool about it, let me do it. Yeah, so Over the Hill Gang staff was really awesome. Really
Just
nice.
easygoing.
Easygoing, yeah. And I'm sure we'll meet more of the guys as well as time goes on. And then yeah, so last topic is overall comparison between this and the SRA. For anybody that's racing SRAs and is considering doing the Over the Hill Gang, or if you've never raced and you're considering a race, right? Maybe this comparison can help. Patrick, what's your top couple thoughts on the differences between these two races?
I mean, SRA is cool because you have like a crazy big track, yeah?
Yeah.
But Over the Hill Gang is nice, it's more spread out through the day. SRA, you do your one moto, you do your practice, and then sometimes you're done at 9. Okay.
That's true, yeah.
So 9 or 10, and it's like more spread out through the day, it's more like of a day event, yeah?
Yeah.
And you can ride more laps, have more gate starts.
I agree. 100% agree. I've loved the SRAs, been doing it for 2 years, and it's definitely all about endurance. It's a 50-minute race, right? And it's a significant amount of time, versus these are all anywhere from 16 to 20-minute motos, which is more on par with like what professionals do and stuff. And you can just sprint the heck out of it. And then, like Patrick said, the races are all kind of spread out perfectly so that you don't sit and wait for 2 hours or 3 hours for the next race.
Exactly.
It's like they're just dropping gates over and over and over, that like just, you know, rapid fire. And to add, like, it is more riding. You've got 5 motos that you could do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll pull up the schedule on the screen and kind of break it down and show you that you can ride. There's the 0 race, which is 3 laps for everyone to warm up, and then there's your class, and then there's the support class, and then you go through it all again without the 0. So you can ride the 2, your class and the support class. So that's 5 different motos, and that's a bang for your buck, man. That's really $50 to do the race day, $50-$60 with transponder. It's the same cost to do the SRA. The SRA is 1 practice lap and then 1 long race. And then if you wait to do another one, which I do sometimes, you're waiting 2 hours, the minimum, you know, until the next one, and you kind of lose your energy, you lose your, you know, your
Start drinking beer. And
yeah, exactly.
That's always a problem.
Yeah, Mike shows up and throws beers in your face, and you're like, yeah, he's like, here, it'll make you faster. Yeah, those are. I think that's our synopsis of comparison. One is not better than the other; they're just different.
Different races.
Yeah, they're different races, and oh, the one last one is the skill class, the skill level between them. So yeah, so we're racing 30 plus. We're vet 30 plus, and I'm the race beginner class, and in SRA I come mid-pack beginner, if not bottom of the pack beginner, which is kind of crazy because I feel like I'm pretty okay. Like I feel like I'm past the beginner. And here there were a couple guys in beginner class, and they were definitely beginners, you know. It's better kind of representation, I guess, of what you would expect a beginner and a novice class to be. So that's why, like I said earlier, I did the beginner race, and I was like, oh man, I should be up in novice.
And they also keep an eye out on you and on your points, that you're not like sandbagging and go to a lower class only to get a trophy. It's like fair racing, yeah, and then it makes more fun, yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it is more fun to be racing with the people that are like of your skill level. You get to battle them, you know, you get to chase people, and
the novice class was almost like a full gate.
Yeah, it was a huge. And the novice class, the gate drop is how many different novice? There were like 3 or 4 different novice classes off
all
the gate.
age groups.
So you don't really know who you're racing against. That's kind of one thing of it is once you're out the gate, you don't know who else is in your class, unless you actually know the names and the plates and the numbers of them. But yeah, so this was our first one, and you have to do 2. We have to do 2 evaluation races that we timed this whole thing to do at the end of this season, so that next season we can start out by getting points. And they do a lot of races, and it's a lot of driving, so I don't know if we'll be at every one of them, but I'll continue doing SRA races for sure, and then sprinkle these in for some added fun, and more riding time, more seat time. This guy's already really freaking fast, man, but I have a lot of progression. I feel like I have so much to like catch up with other people. Did it catch the whole thing? Oh my god.
Didn't catch it, or?
No, it overheated. Let's see how much of that it got. Oops. Sorry guys. Still learning how to handle the camera and the technology, all that good stuff, and it was sitting directly in the sun, so quite naturally it overheated. We were wrapped up with all the topics anyways, so I didn't really miss much, but I just wanted to add in a quick little outro here and say, hey, if you've watched this much of the video, I hope at least you subscribed to be interested enough to watch some more of them. Follow me and Patrick along with the races. Snowboarding is right around the corner, so you'll be coming along my trips to Mammoth, surf trips, all that good stuff. So if you ever want to meet with me and ride out there, hey, I'm right here in Huntington Beach, and always down to meet up, always down to spread stoke and have a good time. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and super excited to get more stuff out. See you guys.